hablo desde la prisión. Wilson Manyoma. Borbona.
We need that.
We need the.
I need the air horn.
I think feel like at one point we had it.
I need the air horn.
I feel like at one point we had it. We didn't use it. We had the flex bomb too.
Yes.
Uh,
Probably sue us if we use that.
yeah. You know what it is? It's like we got so much going on because we produce the episode like while we shoot it, and most of the time we're live when we're doing it. So we're live, working the cameras ourselves or yourself, and
but still.
to add sound to that, difficult task. And it's hard not to overdo the soundboard thing too. Soundboard's a difficult thing to play with.
Yeah, it is. You don't want to start to obsess over that because
Yeah.
I've seen that. I've seen episodes do that where, they have so many sound effects and stuff that they have to kind of tone it down.
Yeah, more times than not, people are abusing that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Kill Tony's got a pretty good, hold on the soundboard.
Well, I think it took a while.
Yeah,
Because Red Band used to hit crazy shit all the time, and it was crazy loud, and then Tony would just get pissed at him. Tony would be like, all right, like pulling a little cap off the Sharpie that he always pops the cap off and puts it back on. And, and he would just tell him, like, are you an idiot?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
That's a pretty good impression of Tony Hinchcliffe right
Is
there.
it? You think so?
Yeah,
I never
talk
did
shit
that
about
one.
Puerto Rico.
Yeah, that was Island of Garbage.
That's good.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
There you go, man.
Jesus. Should we talk about what we did this weekend, or should we just get right into it? What do you think?
Let's do it. What do we do? What did I do?
I don't know. I'll tell you what I do. Last night I watched the fights. Or damn, I don't know when this is coming out, so I can't say last night. This weekend I watched the fights. And that's it. I haven't really been doing much.
What did I do? No, nothing worth really mentioning, man. Not at all. Fights. That's it.
That's it.
That's
All right,
it.
good.
And try, and just thank God that as windy as it's been out here in New York, that we're not on the West Coast.
As windy as it's been, nothing's on fire over here.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
The California wildfires are out of control. I don't think that people even understand either. Like, if you're not really watching it or following it, like some people just think like, oh, yeah, there's a fire going on in California. This is like thousands of yards of like, there's like miles that are just burning down.
Bro, they were saying there's like they were estimating 35,000 plus acres.
35,000 acres.
That's the size of Yellowstone. You know the show Yellowstone? You know how everybody wants to beef with him and steal his property because his property is so big? Mm-hmm. He has some piece of property like that size. So imagine all of Yellowstone burning down.
That's crazy.
I think that's how big it is.
They're saying that somebody started it?
They're calling it a wildfire.
No, well, now it's a wildfire, but it isn't it might have started from arson. They locked somebody's arrested right now.
Really?
Pending charges.
I didn't even know that.
Dude, the people napped him up.
Oh, nah, that was, but they're not saying that is the same guy, I don't think. They caught a guy in one part of California, like a flamethrower, right? And he was like, I'm not kidding.
I don't know what
They said he had like some kind of small flamethrower, and he was like setting palm trees on fire and shit.
Was it like a torch you used to dab with,
I
or
don't
was
know.
it like a flamethrower?
It's the news. It could have been a can of hairspray and a Bic.
Yeah.
You know, so who knows? But I don't think that they're connecting him to that same event.
Yeah.
I don't know though.
The dude has a hairstyle. The news is like, assailant was caught with a flamethrower style device.
Right? Yeah, he was just taking a dab.
Yeah. Little do we know, the dude was just trying to fucking take a dab outside before his mom caught him. But yeah, dude, the fire's crazy. And you see that Joe Rogan clip that's like resurfacing
From September.
Yeah,
right?
from September, where he essentially is talking about a conversation he had with a firefighter, right? Where the firefighter essentially says that, certain parts of California just gets lucky. He goes, they're just lucky that the wind isn't going, at the wind stops or starts to work with them instead of working against them. He goes, one day that's not going to be the case, and everything is just going to burn. And here we are, several months later. It looks like that's exactly what's happening. They're out of water.
What they're saying is, or what I've seen said, is that Gavin Newsom and the government over there, they had for some reason drained some reservoirs or something. It had something to do with a fish that they wanted to protect or something. So they got rid of a bunch of like water. I think they opened up dams and stuff like that. And now the fire hydrants are dry and stuff.
Yeah.
As a result. So I don't know, friend.
You see the poor mayor. Mayor's going through it.
Yeah, I don't know. I would say poor mayor.
So here's my thing. People are mad because she cut the firefighter fund, I guess, by $87 million or a couple of years ago.
Something like that. I don't know the figure.
But at the same time, if you gave them $87 million, I don't know if they could still keep it. Would that $87 million have been the difference of them being able to stop this fire? Would they have bought more water? Like, what would they have done with that $87 million that would have prevented this? Is this something, essentially, the question that I'm asking, I think that should be being asked before we just, commit an onslaught on this woman, is this something that could have been prevented with those dollars? Or is this something that no matter what, even if they had, the money to get, whether they would have used it for additional staff, new equipment, whatever the case may have been, would that, been the definer in whether this wildfire spreads the way it does?
That's a very good question because, I kind of agreed with a lot of the, the fire, I guess they were under. Poor choice of words. That's not what I meant. The kind of the pressure on them and the feedback they're getting. I thought a lot of it made sense, but I'm thinking, what would you have done differently with $87 million? I don't know.
Even if
make it rain more. I mean,
they would have got maybe 2 more helicopters.
Yeah, but I think a lot of it they're giving them. Especially I think the governor is that, there's really very limited maintenance to the forest out there. You're supposed to do things. You're supposed to, especially in a dry climate like that, you're supposed to, collect all the, fallen timber, the big pieces and stuff like that, and kind of trim and take care of certain things when it comes to maintenance of.
Get a sprinkler system out there.
Exactly. Get a sprinkler system out there. Make sure you get a couple people doing some rain dances out there, but they were, that's what they were saying, that he just lets kind of the forest be very secondary in that regard. And that's why it goes up. That other countries have dense forests as well, but they don't go up like that. They have similar weather conditions, but they don't just go on fire. And they're saying it's because they have laws and budgets set aside to help reduce the risk by cleaning up fallen timber and things like that when it dries out. I don't know.
You see the conspiracy theorists going crazy talking about how come the trees aren't burning, because there's some trees that just don't, everything around it's burnt and the top of the tree is still green and the tree's still up.
Oh, so these conspiracy theorists now?
Yeah, they're saying there's something going on. The trees aren't burned, and it's well, you ever try to burn a living tree? You ever try to burn anything green?
Yeah, I mean, we're blessed that we don't have all those crazy fires. The only places that we have fires, we don't have wildfires.
No.
We just have people setting people on fire in the subway.
Yeah.
It's kind of a different.
Yeah, we got different flames to deal with, for sure.
Yeah.
Like the one that stabbed that guy in the Bronx the other day. But I think that most importantly, not just the fires, we also don't get earthquakes either. No earthquakes, no tornadoes. But we're all on top of each other.
Yeah, we're on top of each other, a bunch of city rats.
Still rather be in New York than have to deal with all that shit they go through over there.
Yeah, man. I mean, it looks like hell on earth.
It's crazy.
Over there. It really looks like hell on earth. I'm thinking to myself, what's going on over there? This looks like some kind of biblical shit. That might have been a reset for Gavin Newsom.
what's your strategy if they bring you in? How are you putting the fires out? How are you starting? Are we just digging a trench? Like, you know, at this point, they got to do like something extreme needs to happen, right?
Yeah, to be honest, I don't even know where to start, dude.
You want me to read a little bit of the latest, some of the bullet points?
The techniques and stuff that they're using to put the fires out?
No. The latest on the wildfire situation, the death toll and whatnot.
Yeah,
As
go ahead.
per NBC News, this is the latest. At least 16 people killed. The fire has swept through 37,000 acres and is in the greater Los Angeles areas, destroying entire communities, more than 12,000 structures.
Wow.
Jesus. At least 13 people are missing. Evacuation orders for the largest blaze in the Palisades fires have ever had. At least 153,000 LA residents were under eviction orders overnight.
Wow.
At least 153,000 LA residents were under eviction orders overnight. They woke up and they said, "Hey, get all your shit and let's go."
Wow.
Governor Gavin Newsom called for an independent investigation into the loss of water pressure. We talked about that earlier. There's either no water or no water pressure. People are turning on their like garden hoses and nothing is coming out. They're opening up fire hydrants and nothing's coming out. And the Los Angeles County declared a public health emergency, warning the smoke and prevention. Because this is another thing. It's like, you should be breathing. Not only are things burning down, but there's also now all this smoke and like burnt shit in the air.
Yeah. I heard some crazy, you say conspiracy theories. There was one that I saw people talking about that, you know, apparently they wanted to do some kind of, people are alleging that there were certain programs they wanted to roll out and do certain building and a whole bunch of stuff, and they couldn't get people to sell their property and get out. So people are saying that they let the water run dry because they knew inevitably that a fire would happen, and then there was no water to fight the fires. So now everything's wiped out, and you just got to leave. You know what I'm saying?
Ah, man, I don't know.
But this is people reaching, I'm sure. I mean, you
Yeah.
could really do this about anything. I am a person that definitely doesn't believe a lot of stuff. I think the government's always up to stuff, but I don't know about this. This is crazy.
Because this is like a natural disaster, right? It's like, it doesn't seem like something.
100%. It would have to fall into the category of natural disaster. It's insane at this point.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like somebody could have, you know, planned this, you know.
Yeah, there's no wildfire rollout plan that would ever make it a good idea.
Yeah, I don't think the Penguin's behind this or anything like that. Like, I don't think there's like a super villain that's been like planning on, you know, like if we just, you know, take the pressure out of the pipes.
Yeah, I wonder
the
how
city will
long.
burn.
I'm wondering how long before that place turns into Gotham.
There's people already looting houses. How crazy?
They're
people
already
are
doing that shit?
animals. Dude, people, I think like 50 people have been arrested for fucking looting already.
Jesus.
Yeah, the news doesn't want to touch it, I guess, but the truth is that, you know, sometimes your big screen TV survives a fire that's happened to take out 37,000 acres.
Yeah.
You know, and you gotta, you know, it's when opportunity strikes, he who strikes first is victorious.
Yeah, I guess, you know, he who hesitates in wars, you know,
lost.
he who hesitates is lost.
Yeah, exactly. So the looters, they're already, dude, crazy. There's just videos of people walking down the street.
There's videos of it?
There's videos of people.
Shit, we don't have any.
I don't have any, but there's people, because also this is easy to do because people are like being evicted. So this also could be just somebody leaving their house. But there was a video that I seen of a guy who had like a blanket over his shoulder. Like he had like converted it to like a sack. And he was just walking down the street with a sack of something, and they were like, and the news was broadcasting, and they were like, they had pointed the camera at this guy's direction while they were talking about the looters, and you know, 2 + 2 = 4. I'm assuming this guy's stealing that shit, you know.
So what? He made himself like a Looney Tunes like runaway backpack.
Yes, exactly. And he's probably got like maybe an Xbox in there. I don't
Essentials
know.
to run away from home.
The idea of stealing things from people's homes in general, like what do you have? I guess the safe, right? Because the safes are designed to survive a fire.
True.
But you can't carry a safe down the street. You can't
No.
carry that home.
No, you can't, and you would look crazy. I don't care if you're moving your safe to your office.
Yeah.
It looks crazy.
Yeah.
If you're like, this is a safe I just had, I accidentally Amazon shipped it to my house. I meant to ship it to the office, and I'm just, no.
Yeah,
People will be like, sure, buddy.
if you're dollying around safe during a crisis,
Yeah.
there's a fire going on, and you got two safes stacked on top of each
Right.
other on a hand truck.
With drywall stuck to it.
This tile stuck to the bottom of this thing.
Yeah.
And you're taking it down the street and then putting it in your Honda Accord, something's afoot.
Yeah,
you
true
know?
story.
Something's going on. I don't know.
True story. But damn, that's hilarious that people are already starting. People are crazy, man. Any opportunity.
Yeah.
Any opportunity.
What do you even steal from people's houses? I guess maybe I don't have shit. Maybe that's why I don't feel this way. Maybe I'm just a poor boy. But like,
You're a brokey.
I couldn't think of like, there's nothing that you're gonna take from here of value.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. Like, what do you look for when you go in? You think they're going in and looking for like the nice silverware, or you think they're running for the jewelry?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I guess people wear jewelry is probably the only thing that you could take. And I don't have any, but like people have jewelry, I guess. But you don't have that much jewelry. Like at that point, the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Home invasions in general. Now I'm not talking about these looters. You know, the juice ain't, because I don't think they're gonna get the same amount of time as a guy who does a classic B&E.
Yeah.
But or maybe they'll be made an example of. Who knows? But anyways, in general, home invasions, I don't see the allure behind them. They don't seem worth it to me. Unless it's an inside job and the guy's got 30, 40 grand stacked up. But if you're going in there for jewelry and televisions,
I mean, it is LA. I'm sure that there's some areas, because these are nice areas of LA
you make
Yeah.
more money stealing the boiler.
that are burning down. Yeah, maybe they're doing that. Maybe they're just pulling all the copper piping out.
That's thinking with your dipstick. Now,
Yeah.
if you're going in there, does the copper survive the fire?
Nah, it's LA. They probably have some kind of law that you have to use paper pipes. you got to use.
It's a recyclable cardboard.
Yes, 100%. You have to change them. Like, you have to have all your plumbing changed weekly.
Yeah. I wonder if I now gotta look this up. This is the wonders of editing magic. Ready? I'm about to look this up.
Well, what are you looking up?
Does copper pipes survive? It comes up right away. Wildfires. I'm gonna put house fires.
Do copper pipes?
Yes. Copper pipes are generally considered to survive in house fires due to the high melting point, which is significantly higher than the temperature it typically reaches in most residential fires. All right. Now, there's that right there.
Now we're looking at opportunity.
Yes. That. Now, that's thinking with your fucking dipstick.
Yeah, that's thinking with your dipstick.
Yeah. But, yeah, prayers to all the people in California. The Channel 5 already has, like, Andrew, what's his name? Callahan. Channel 5, the YouTube channel.
Oh, Channel 5.
Do you know Andrew Callahan?
You've told me about it. He does
like a bunch of documentary style, like real, but they're like real good videos.
I got to check it out, but
he's already done. Like, he's already there and like interviewing people like as things are on fire.
That's crazy. Just some of the video I've seen of people driving down the highway and stuff, and just everything is on fire around them. I'm like, where are you going? This looks like a movie or a TV show. I'm like, dude, are we really facing this kind of thing right now where people are having to drive into a fire?
It looks like they're in the depths of hell.
It really
the
does.
Driving videos. I seen a video of somebody in their house, and their house. It was like it was a glass it was like a 90-degree angle of glass, and it was just everything outside their house was on fire.
Yeah, I think that's the one I
And
think
they're
I
like,
saw
we
that
gotta
one, too.
go. We gotta
They came
go.
to get their dog.
Did they go to get their
Yeah,
dog?
they went to get their dog, and the dog is in the video on the longer version of it. It's the guy is just calmly taking like this panorama video,
Yeah.
like, you know, of like, he's making sure he's getting all the angles, and everything is on fire, like huge roaring flames outside of his house. They're whipping, you know, when the fire's like fucking pulling like this, it's snapping. Like, you can't do that, dude.
No.
You can't do that. They were there, but I saw an update and they said they got out. They came to
Okay.
get their dog and a few belongings. So I guess the front of the house hadn't been hit yet. It was all behind.
Speaking of dogs, I seen this one guy, the news was like interviewing people, and he's like walking towards the fire, and he's like frantic, and the news stops him, and he's like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm going to get my dog.
Oh, my
And he's like,
God.
"Going to get-" He's like running, crying. He goes, and then they show him, he comes back. He's like happy, a completely different dude. He's got his dog in his arm,
Yeah.
and he's like, I got my dog. That's a dude. Whew.
Dude, I would run in for mine.
100%.
Go get my dog, man.
Yeah, my stupid ass dog can't survive a fucking wildfire.
Yeah. Oof. Shit's terrifying. But I don't know, even, I wonder when, we could talk about this all day.
Yeah, we can talk about
We could talk about
I could
this shit
talk
all
about
fucking
euthanasia
day.
all day.
Yeah, all day, brother.
We got a lot of other things to talk about. A lot of things
Lot
to
of
talk about.
things.
But yeah, hopefully everybody's all right over there in the LA wildfire. Where do you want to go to next, man? There's so many things. Is there anything in particular you want to?
I'm curious about Skip.
Skip Bayless.
I'm curious about Skip Bayless.
Skip Bayless is under fire right now for he's being accused of SA.
No, he's being accused of I don't think it's quite SA. I think it's just harassment
Okay.
and, you know, and kind of lewd offers, I guess, that have been made, and kind of passing at someone, making passes at a woman all the time at work. It's the hairstylist,
Yeah, lewd offer. They say he offered her like $1 million,
like 1.5.
1.5 million.
Yeah.
Have you seen this one? This hairstylist?
Yeah, I seen her. She ain't worth 1.5,
Is
so
she-
that's why I don't believe it.
Yeah. Dude,
She ain't worth
1.5.
1.5. Come on. You ain't worth 1.5. Stop it, mama.
I seen Stephen A. Smith talk about it's hard to get 15. He said, I know him for 20 some years. It's hard to get $15 out of him, let alone
Yeah.
1.5.
Yeah. So I don't know, but he is 73, and it's like, oh, man, it gives like a creepy vibe. You're like, damn, 73 years old, but he's in great shape.
Dude, he's in excellent shape. But the thing is like when you start to accuse somebody of something, I feel like these accusations need to like remain rational. I feel like you got me up until that 1.5 million.
Yeah.
That 1.5 million must have been for like a contract. Like he must have been trying to bring her in on like a year deal.
Yeah.
Like that might have been a signing bonus for like an annual deal, like a 365. Like come in, you get a year on the team, and then we'll evaluate you in 9 months.
Or maybe it was a joke that she knows was a joke. You know, it might have been a lewd joke, but it's not lawsuit joke.
Oh, you think he looked at her and he was like, "Damn, honey, you're
Maybe
worth
she
at
was
least,
like-
you're worth at least 1.5."
Yo, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, she was
Yeah.
like, come on, they don't pay me enough to cut hair. Like, I know what I'm worth here. And he was probably like, I know what you're worth here. And she was like, how much? He said, 1.5.
He said,
You know, something,
yeah.
like, something like
He
that.
said, looking at that ass,
Yeah.
1.5.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that he's gonna pay that, you know.
Yeah, I doubt. She makes it sound like this was some kind of indecent proposal type of deal. Like he was like, listen, you know, come on, 1.5. I can see him leaning on the desk like he does when he used to argue with Shannon Sharp. Yeah. Damn. I don't know. But I'll tell you what, if this turns out to not be true, she just burned her rep all through the entire, kind of the entire industry, because whoever is going to have her on when they're going to accuse their stars or accuse their talent of doing this kind of stuff, if it's not
I
true.
think either way she's fucked.
You think so?
I think she has to win this and get this money, because I don't think at this point I believe the companies would look at her like a liability.
Okay. I agree. And I wonder too, because I think Skip is married. So, this kind of thing is going to have both professional, financial, and personal ramifications. So
Yeah.
it very well could be true. But I found it, it makes me think, because they were saying that in the case she alleges, or in the complaint she alleges, that he would hug her for too long. Like he would hug her for too long and very close. She's like, he would hug me and he would press up against my chest. And I'm thinking that's kind of what a hug is. But I'm like, it is also creepy for a dude to be doing that.
Yeah.
You know, the long hug. A hug is very short. I do very short hugs.
Yeah,
If
I
it's
don't really be
somebody-
hugging bitches at work either.
Yeah, nah. It's if you do, you got to curb with the arm.
100%.
You go one arm.
Yep.
You know, one arm. Yeah, like no, I'm not. You know, I'm not doing that.
I got made fun of once because we got like these free like jackets at work.
Yeah.
And somebody was like, "Oh, let me take a picture of you with the jacket." And I took a picture with somebody, and I did like the floating arm. Like I didn't touch them. My arm was just kind of floating over there. And they were like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm not fucking gonna get fired. That's for sure."
Not me. Not
Yeah,
today.
I was like, "Yeah, you guys just don't know any better. I'm not touching anybody here.
Yeah, absolutely
Nobody here will be touched by me. I don't want anybody saying that. Because I'm not saying that this is her, but this is happening more often than not nowadays. It's happening more often than before.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. And it's funny because it never seems to be the broke dudes never get accused of shit.
No.
It's only the rich dudes.
They're the only ones being dragged through the mud. I don't want to jump so quickly off of this, but because you talked about him being, and we could always come back, but I just wanted to mention this. You talked about him being married. Have you seen the things that are going on right now in the media with Drake? There's text messages with Drake that allegedly got leaked that are him like inferring that LeBron James was cheating on his wife.
No. They're clips of him talking or
Text messages.
text. Huh. But I don't know because, texts could be fake. Have they been verified and stuff that they're
So
real?
here's the thing. Drake reaches out to academics and says, "Hey, those text messages aren't real." Academics reports on it, says they aren't real.
Oh, so Academics is the one that brought this out.
Yes.
And then Drake and him know each other, right? Yeah. And so he reached out, said it's not true.
Says it's not real. But then the person who leaked the text allegedly put something out like proving that they are real. And now there's like this background, like other story where they're saying that this could be like done intentionally by Drake because they're saying that LeBron was like dancing to or like mouthing like the Kendrick Lamar song. Like he was like doing like dances to it or like, in the game dancing to it, like Not Like Us. And supposedly him and Drake used to be mans. Like they used to be cool. And supposedly like Drake and like the OVO boys may or may not have been like his plug for tings when he used to be, going to play the Raptors. And then he got a bunch of tings. And now there's like this disloyalty going on because of, by, I guess, dancing to or singing or overhyping the Kendrick song.
Huh. Okay, so, but yeah, they do go way back to like the Sprite commercial.
Yeah, doesn't Drake
Remember?
have him tatted on him?
Does he?
I believe so.
No, he doesn't.
Yes.
Oh
Drake.
my God, that makes this hilarious.
Yes, he does.
No, he does not. No, he does not.
That's his-
oh
is
my
that high
God,
school? That's his high school?
that's his high school jersey. No, bro.
Yep.
Oh my God, because he also has Lil Wayne tatted on him. He has Men That Are Alive. Hey,
Yeah.
I guess to
He's
each his
rich as
own.
fuck. So
Yeah, to each his own. What am I talking
Yeah.
about? Maybe I should I'll get you tattooed on me and I get some money. All right,
Yeah.
some money will come to me. Maybe I
Either-
should shut up.
Either way, and this is all like theory. I feel like such a gossip girl, but this is all like theory. But crazy thing, it just brings me to like you were talking about Skip Bayless. Like he's married now. LeBron's married too. This thing is coming out. Supposedly like LeBron's supposed to be like this. Number one. Relationship goals kind of guy.
Yeah. So yep, and people do say that. People,
100%.
they're
They
always,
hold him to like him. I think
Yeah.
same thing with like Dwight Howard, right? Wasn't he another one that was like, or was it D Wade? Who was D Wade with?
Gabrielle Union,
Yeah, I think he's another one that's like
like perfect up
like
there.
he's like held up there in like
Yeah.
the highest regard of like
Yeah, there's a few of them.
non-cheaters.
Russell Wilson's up there. When he got with Ciara and started
Yeah.
raising Future's kid and stuff like.
That's funny.
Did that sound bad?
No, that sounded like somebody stepped up. It sounded like somebody stepped up when they had to. That's what it fucking sounded like to me. Good for him.
Yeah, That's like pretty much what they say. So he's up there. Who else is up there?
It's the way you said it. That was funny. It was your delivery. It was an excellent delivery. I was taken aback. But yeah, so it brought me to that. It made me think of that, and I just wanted to loop you in. I don't know if you have heard the
No.
latest Drake drama.
I didn't. Damn, he must have a project coming out.
Drake is gonna.
That's the new. That's the new marketing. Go ahead.
I don't think Drake needs any of that. I don't think he's like a. He's so big. You know what? He's funny. He's so big that I heard somebody talking about the dangers of Kendrick Lamar winning this like rap beef battle. They said you don't want Kendrick to win this, and you don't want Drake to step away because Kendrick isn't going to feed the streets the way Drake does.
Yeah.
He's not going to feed the music people the way Drake does. Are you talking? You don't want the guy that puts out, an album every 5 years to be the one who remains out, because guess what? He's not going to give you what you need. You want the guy who's every summer, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You want the Hove on top because Hove's going to drop every summer, and it's going to be heat. Drake's going to put out an album every other year, every year. It's going to be something. Lately, it's going to be something different.
Yep.
And even if it's not your cup of tea, it's still going to be generally good. So, yeah.
And he's gonna break new artists. He's gonna put those artists, the next up. He's gonna put them on a record and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Speaking of artists, you see this.
It's a very good point.
Yeah, I didn't make it. Somebody else made it. I can't remember who said it. Do you see what's going on with Fabio Foreign and TJX6? I think that's his name. Maybe Little TJ. Maybe it's not X6. Maybe it's just Lil TJ. I think it's just Lil TJ. Who's TJX6? That's somebody else. Anyways, Lil TJ and Fabio Foreign. They went on this streamer. I should know the streamer's name. I think it's Lil T.
Is that a big streamer?
Yeah. He's not like
Us.
Yeah, he's not like us. He's not like, what's his name?
Kai?
He's not as big as like Kai, but this guy is big. Plaqueboy Max. Let's look up Plaqueboy Max and see how big he is.
These streamers are huge now, dude.
Let's see how big Plaqueboy Max is. 1.1 million on YouTube.
These streamers are huge, man.
1.5 million on Twitch. So
What does he do? He does like the in-home kind of streams again, like
he
Kai
does
does.
so he does just chatting. His recent stream categories are just chatting and IRL. And the truth is I don't know. I do not know. I don't know if he makes music. I know that what he was doing this night for this stream, like they were making music.
Okay.
And apparently he has like streams where he brings on rappers and like they'll make they'll find a beat and like I guess make music.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. Is that why I call him Plaqueboy? I guess he must have some records or something.
I sincerely don't know.
I want to do some research on this guy because I'm not really in the Twitch or in the streaming sphere as much as I should be. These people are very relevant.
Yeah, now they're
very
bigger
relevant.
than ever. Yeah.
Yeah, and I need to know what's going on.
But supposedly he invited Fabio Foreign to his stream so they could do a stream. Maybe they're gonna make a song, do this or that. Fabio Foreign shows up with Lil TJ and they start smoking in the house. Plaqueboy tells him, "Hey, you can't smoke in here. It's an Airbnb." They say, "Oh, okay." Then Lil TJ keeps smoking. Like he's on camera in the back, like lighting another L. And the thing about live streaming is that the chat loves to, they're going to tell you, if you tell somebody, hey, you can't smoke in here, and then somebody starts smoking in there, the chat's going to blow up when they start smoking. Hey, he's smoking back there.
Yeah.
So like, you can see the chat saying, like, he's smoking back there. And he's like, who's smoking back there?
Yeah.
And he's like, gets up. He's like, hey, tells him nicely, like, yo, hey, you can't smoke in here. It's an Airbnb. Like, you can't smoke in here. Yeah. Tells him again. Ends up telling
How do you disrespect somebody like that?
Like smoke in their house?
Yeah, dude, without clearing that or saying something.
This
like,
is the
what are people thinking?
Well, this is why I wanted to bring it up because the world, people are fucking delusional, dude. People are actually, some people are saying like, this isn't a big deal. I think Sweetie tweeted like, don't invite rappers over if they can't smoke in your crib or some shit like that. It's like, what the fuck are you saying?
Yeah, no.
That is the dumbest shit I've ever fucking heard.
No, that's not a thing. Nobody got a problem with you smoking all the time. Like, nobody cares. Just do it outside.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. You think he cares if you're on his stream and you're smacked or something like that? He doesn't
No.
care. You just can't smoke in here. It's not my place to give you the permission to do so.
And that's the thing.
You know?
Like, and I think that it wasn't, obviously, he didn't explain it to him, and he doesn't have to explain it to him. But what he ended up saying later on, the next day when he streamed, was he said, the reason why I didn't want them to smoke in there is he's like, because he smoked in there earlier, and the fire alarm went off, and it was on for like 3 hours. They had to get like the host to turn it off because it's an Airbnb. He's like, it's not about the money. He goes, but if the fire alarm starts going off, then I can't stream. The stream's over. And that's why you put the money into the Airbnb, you rent the place so that you could do the stream, make money. Like, that's the purpose of all of this.
Yeah, that's the only reason anybody's there.
Exactly.
You know?
So if they can't do that, then it fucks everything up. And that's why he asked him not to smoke there. It's a completely reasonable thought.
Yeah,
like a request.
It's completely reasonable. It's completely reasonable. In my opinion, I think you should assume that you can't until told otherwise.
100%. Dude, I've never gone anywhere
Yeah.
and thought like, oh, you could definitely chief in here.
Yeah.
Like, or just like, crazy.
Yeah, no, you can't do that. Like, that's the thing about celebrity, right? That's the thing about celebrity, right? Is they're so far removed from what real life is because they're allowed to do whatever they want, wherever they want. You know, that is a crazy thought that they don't even know what it is to be told no. Like, no, I'm going to do what I want. I want to smoke here. Like, no, you can't. Well, what do you mean? I do whatever I want everywhere I go.
That's what Lil TJ was kind of
know?
like. He was like, yo, dude. So he puts out this video. You know what this funny thing is that some people think he's cool for this, but he's like, yo, who you talking to? Be like, I'm Lil TJ. You know, what is it? Because of the fee? I pay it, like the fee. And he like busts out some money. He busts out like, I don't know, maybe $3 grand, $4 grand, and he's like starts counting it and shit. He's like, what are you talking
Yo,
about?
that's some official
for
shit,
the
though.
B&B. I pay it, like, you know.
Damn,
and
that's
he's like, I can't smoke in there. He goes, I'm gonna like, you know.
Yeah.
And while I think it's like, oh, this is a funny like, but it's like he's serious when he's saying this. It's like, it's not about that at all.
Yeah,
it's like that's why you look like, in my opinion, he looked kind of dumb doing that. It's like, because that's not what it was about.
Yeah, it wasn't about that. It was about cutting out the stream, right?
Yeah,
The
it's
alarm.
it's like, yo, he don't want the alarm to go off because then they can't stream. You know what the mics are gonna pick up if those fire alarms start going off?
Oh, bro, forget it. That's all it would be, is every time that alarms was sounding, everything in the room would cut out.
Yeah.
Like the gate would cut every vocal in the entire room.
I was just gonna say, yeah.
You know, you would only hear that alarm going off.
And they can't turn it
Yeah.
off.
You would hear voices in between the alarm. You know when the alarm takes like a breath?
Yeah.
It's like, eh.
But the user wouldn't
something.
even hear the alarm.
Yeah.
It would just be like no audio.
Yep.
It's so it's like I don't know. I completely get it, and I don't think it was an unrealistic request. I think the people who are like trying to rationalize this, I don't think it's even like, I don't even think that bud is one of those things that like you can't wait for. You could just wait or go smoke outside. Like, I don't think, it's not one of those things.
Yeah. Step outside and if you have to, if it's that serious.
I know plenty of people that smoke and don't smoke in their house.
Yeah.
I honestly, I don't want to walk into a crib that stinks like the pack.
Yeah. It doesn't, and it's not just that, because I'm sure they were rolling backwoods or something. Like,
Yeah.
it's going to be that crazy internal smell that doesn't go away.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can't do that. You smoke L's in the house, bro, that's never going away,
Yeah,
bro.
that shit. If you got a microfiber couch, you smoke a wood in
For
that
real.
thing, that shit is gonna hold on to that fucking Russian cream
Facts.
for 6. Every one blunt smoked in there is like another 6 months of blunt smell on that couch.
Bro, 100%.
you
Some
smoke 2
people are
blunts
crazy.
on that couch, it's gonna stink for a year.
Yep. It compounds. It's like compound interest. If you already did 2, if you do another 2, it goes to like 8.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You know?
Yeah, dude.
You can't. But I've known some crazy people, bro. I don't know if I ever told you this. One dude, I used to know him. He used to gut Dutches on the floor and kick the guts around indoors. You should just kick them, bro. Just spread them. That's insane.
But nobody's doing that at like their, no disrespect to your mans, but nobody's doing that shit at like a nice crib. Like nobody has like no one's got like a home and they're doing that shit, right?
Yeah, at least. I mean, hey.
Yo, you.
Yeah, that's insane.
I could get if you had like a smoking room.
Yo, no,
If you're
not
single,
even.
if you're single,
Bro, that's something
it's
you don't
still
even do in the
gross.
garage.
it's still gross.
That's something you don't even do in the shed.
Oh no, gutting
what I'm
Dutches in the
saying?
crib is wild. That is diabolical. Gutting Dutches and not throwing the guts in the trash.
Yo, I'll never
is
forget that.
crazy.
Never forget that as long as I live.
Yeah, no, that's diabolical. But I'm talking about smoking in the house. Dude, people that smoke cigarettes don't even smoke in the house.
No. Well, some do.
That's
Some do, but it's crazy.
older people.
Yeah, there's
I don't
that.
think new generation smokers are smoking cigarettes
Correct.
in the house.
Yeah,
And-
you're never getting that smell out. You got to seal it into the walls.
Bro, that shit gets into the sheetrock.
Yeah,
It
you
changes
can't.
the color of everything in the house.
Hell yeah, bro.
Cigarettes, not like many new, like boomers who smoke cigarettes, smoke them in the crib. And you know what? Good on them. That's the way it was back then.
Yeah,
Nowadays, it's not really like that.
yeah, nah. And plus, a guy needs a reason to leave the house. He needs to go out in the
Yeah.
yard and walk around a little bit.
Yeah, maybe he'll start the fire. Maybe get the fire
yeah,
going.
Yeah, hit the little smokeless, which I got one of those.
Let's move on. You
I got one of those.
Got yourself a nice smokeless fire pit.
Got a little solo bonfire.
What do you think?
Yo, I love it, man.
Nothing better, right? It's like therapeutic.
I love it. I'll go sit out there, man. I'll set up the fire. Bought myself a little kindling. You know what I mean? I watch a little Survivor, man. Make sure I keep that thing going.
Yeah, it's important.
And yeah, it's so cool, man.
Are you doing pellets or wood?
I'm doing just wood,
Wood, nice.
just like dry season wood. Yeah,
yeah.
that's it. And it's nice.
Yeah,
It's
it
nice.
is
I got
nice.
the 2.0. It's with the removable ashtray. You know, the ash ash pan. So yeah, shout out to Solo Stove. You know, you sponsor the podcast if you want.
How do you remove the ash pan?
You know, the one that with the holes on top. That's
Yeah.
like, yeah, you take that out, and then the ash pan
Oh yeah,
comes
I have
out,
that
so
too.
you could dump it.
I always end up having
know?
to take the whole. I take the whole thing.
Yeah, that's why they installed the ash pan. You should really be dumping the ashes after like every fire. You know, after every fire, because otherwise it blocks up the holes and restricts the airflow.
Yeah, that's why you hit it with the backpack blower as you're doing the leaves.
Yeah, yeah.
You're doing the leaves. You got the backpack blower on.
100%.
You go to that thing, hit it right into those holes,
Yep.
and then you get a cloud. It creates like this mushroom nuclear fucking cloud of ash. But
That's why I give the whole neighborhood asthma.
yeah. Mesothelioma right
Yeah.
through the fucking neighborhood. It's gonna be lead fucking ash. Very good, man. I'm happy for you. That I love being out there.
I love it, man. I'll go out there with a cigar. Out there
Yeah.
with a cigar, nice beer, sit down.
I'll tell you what. Not a lot of people want to be out there in the cold. I feel like every time I do it, I'm the only one out there.
Nah, I'm doing it. You know, I'm doing it right, bro. I bought a nice, comfortable, like padded camping chair. Yeah, I bought one of those, bro. I got that shit, and I got this. I already had like this, like military grade wool blanket kind of thing, where I bring that out there if I want it. Put my dog's bed out there, and just chill, man.
Dude, the Solo ecosystem, like the Solo Stove ecosystem, they make like, first of all, very expensive. Not gonna lie,
Yeah,
their shit ain't cheap.
I got a good deal on mine for the holidays.
But I'm sorry, like their accessories,
Yeah,
like very nice.
yeah, very nice.
Like, have you seen their? I don't even know if we should even, fuck, I don't even know if we're gonna use most of this, but the heat deflector.
Yes, that's the next thing I'm buying.
Are
Because
you gonna make your own, or are you gonna buy one?
No, I'm gonna buy one, dude. I saw this guy that did like an infrared, like a heat
Yep,
sensor.
I know exactly the video you're talking
You know what
about.
I'm
Watch it
talking
too.
about, dude? It was amazing the difference in where the heat was going and the temperature. Like they actually got the actual heat, not the residual heat from it just making it to you. You
Yep.
know, it was great.
I've been debating getting it myself or making one because a lot of people they're expensive.
I mean, they're not that expensive, like $100.
Nah.
Yeah, for the one my size, yeah.
Oh, I think mine's like $200 or something like that.
Damn, is it? I mean,
which you have the Yukon?
no, I have
you
the
have?
bonfire.
Bonfire heat deflector.
Yeah.
Tell you, if you see this price, you're gonna be like, "Wham! Is there a Temu one?
Damn.
How much is the Temu one?"
I'll just get one on Amazon or something.
$164.
164. Damn, that's almost as much as I paid for the stove itself.
But you could get the Yufu one for $99.
There you
know?
go. What kind of toxins come off of Yufu?
After the first burn, nothing.
Nothing, huh?
Yeah, first burn's gonna give
Just
you a
gotta
little
season
bit. First burns, yeah, you gotta season that puppy.
Yep.
You get all the microplastics out of it, and after that, it's
There you go.
downhill.
Then it's just heavy metals,
Yeah.
you know?
No, but the heat deflector is worth it. I have it on the. I also have the small one.
Oh,
I think
yeah?
I showed you one day. The Mesa,
Nice.
the Mesa XL.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's nice. Do you
Yeah.
use that?
never used it.
Really?
I just this is my first winter with it, but I want to use it like I feel like I'm going to use it like springtime outside. My chick isn't like outdoor. Like, she don't want to be
Yeah.
outside for no reason.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
she's like I don't think that she's gonna want to be out. I'm like, let's get the fire going and we'll eat out there. Like, I don't think she's gonna want to. I think that it's really for
Maybe
those-
just for you to chill outside.
yeah.
Are we
have
going to do the projector in the back or what?
That's the thing, is that nobody really wants to be outside.
I do.
I like being
I
outside.
love it. I love sitting outside. I will dress up warm and just sit out there. Like, I'm not going out there in a hoodie. I'm going out there in my North Face.
Yeah, you gotta
I got,
be. Yeah,
I got thermals on. I got my boots on. Like,
it's
I'm
a
sitting
fire,
out
but
there.
you're outside. You know?
Yeah, and I'm ready to be out there. I just want to be outside.
Yeah, I've been
You know?
wanting to use it. Also, it's kind of like a hassle because they're not terribly big.
Yeah.
You gotta like have like a bunch of fire, or like a little wood's already cut up for it.
Yeah.
It's not like the bonfire or whichever one you have where you could just throw pieces. You could just throw chunks of wood in there.
Yeah.
Like, this is a small. They're small, so you got to have like already prepared, like, small pieces of wood getting ready to put in there. to
Okay.
feed
You
it.
can't do the pellets with that one?
You could do the pellets, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
can
But you
do
need a
pellets.
pellet adapter, right?
I have dude. Mine is like I have the whole setup,
Get out of here. The pellets are the way to go with the small one.
and I have it. I
Unless
also
you
have,
want to be out there chopping wood.
Nah, the pellets is the way to go. I have the heat deflector. I even have the piece that you could turn it into like a little stove
Okay.
and put like a pot on it,
Nice.
like the little adapter for the top. I got like a deal where like when I bought mine, it came with a free one.
I like that.
And then
That's
I just
cool.
threw a couple of I got it for free, so I just threw some accessories on top, and I don't know, and I never used it now, but I will use it, and when I do, I'll be very happy with
Yeah,
it.
if you don't, or if you use it and you don't like it, maybe I'll buy it from you.
There you go. Maybe you see that there's always an opportunity similar to the looting that's going on in California.
Opportunist.
Yeah, you got to be opportunistic. You see your boy Mark Zuckerberg
I did
went on
see.
to JRE. JRE's having a hell of a week.
JRE has,
Yeah,
In
Mel
my
Gibson
opinion-
on there too, right?
huh?
Yeah, Mel Gibson on there this
Yeah,
week. I
yeah,
think,
Mel
too.
Gibson on there, who he said some very interesting things.
What did he say? Because I
Not
wanted
on
to
there.
watch
I
it.
watched him on the news
What did he
commenting
say?
on the fires.
Does he is he like 100% sound of mind? Like, what's going on with Mel?
Yeah, I think he is. I think he's so far from what the people in his industry think that he looks crazy in comparison. But
Okay.
really, when you pull him out of that environment, you have him on his own, he's very logical.
Yeah.
It's like that chick that's like a 5, but when all her friends are 2s, she looks like a 7.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
that kind of
okay,
thing.
Okay, because every time I see him, he's like, maybe he's taken out of context. He just looks loony.
Yeah, he looks like he's either saying something crazy, but some of the things he was saying were reasonable.
Yeah.
He was saying things like, he doesn't kind of understand how this happened. Like, something's up. He's like, something's up. You just don't have water. You just don't have this. Like, come on. Like, what are we talking about? This sounds like something's up. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know what's up. I'm not saying it's in one way or the other, but the math isn't mathing,
Yeah.
you
You see your boy Trump talk about when he's in office. He said like within one day he's gonna tell us what's going on with the drones.
Yeah, yeah.
He said
He's-
maybe within like about a day.
He's making a lot of promises.
I'm gonna tell everybody what's going on with these fucking
He
drones.
said it's unbelievable. They don't tell anybody. They don't tell us. But he did say that he's gonna rename the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America.
Doesn't that sound good? How does that sound? That's what he said. He said I'm gonna you know what? I might just rename it Gulf of America. How does that sound? Sounds
Right?
right to it, doesn't it? Sounds
You know
good.
what? Atlantic. How about the American Ocean?
Yeah.
You know?
I love it when he answers his own question. He's like, "How's that sound? Sounds good, doesn't it?" He's
Yeah.
like, tells you what you're
Yeah.
supposed to say.
That shit was hilarious when he said he's going to rename the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America. I was
Yep.
like, this guy is hilarious.
Panama Canal, we're gonna take it back. We should never gave it to him.
Right?
He said it's like the China Canal.
May as well be.
Yeah, it may as well be the China Canal. We're gonna take it back. It's gonna be the American Canal.
Man, that's very, very
This guy's.
funny.
I don't know, like what.
This shit's
I don't know
hysterical.
what's gonna happen.
I mean, I think I'm just hoping that things are different and things change.
Oh,
just a
things
little
are going to
bit.
change. I
Let's
just hope
just-
that sometimes at the same time, listen, the truth is I don't think we were set up with a good candidate in either direction. But
Yeah.
something was going to have to happen. Like someone's going to have to hold the reins on this guy. Like someone's going to have to slow this fucking guy down because he's not even in office and he's giving us all these talk about renaming fucking places.
Yo, the shit he said to Trudeau was hilarious. Did you
What,
see
dude?
that?
I see him talking about like he said that maybe it'll be another state. Like maybe Canada would just be another state. Trudeau said he's got a snowball's chance in
Yeah,
hell.
bro. Trudeau said to him that he had the tariffs are too much. He's like, this is too much. He's like, you can't do these tariffs. It's gonna crush our economy or something. He said, you can't handle the tariffs. You could always be the 51st state, and you could be the governor. So it'd be a great nation. You know.
Yeah.
Guy says that he's gonna turn it that Canada could be the 51st state.
Crazy.
If he
That's
wants.
what I'm saying. It's like he's
Hilarious.
Fucking, I love that. You know what I love too? The anti-Trump. It's so crazy. Listen, this battle, this like presidential debate, this back and forth, this whether you like Kamala or you like Trump, like whoever you like, it's over.
Yeah.
This guy won already, right? Whether you voted for him or didn't vote for him, he won already. Let's figure it out. Like, I love how the anti-Trumpers are saying, like, oh, you Trumpers are going to get what you want. You're going to get, it's like, asshole, we're all in the same boat.
Yeah.
It's like, if I'm fucked, you're fucked too. And if you voted for Kamala, you're probably going to be fucked quicker than me.
Yeah.
Like, you know what?
I just wonder if people will be honest about if things improve for them. You know, are people going to be honest? Like, damn, actually, doing kind of good. Like, interest rates are down. The
what
housing
they'll
market's
say.
evening out. Like, I wonder if people will actually see the things that may potentially happen in a positive.
No, they'll say
Like-
the same thing that happened when Trump originally won versus Obama, where after Obama, where they said that he inherited Obama's economy, or that's what they'll say. Like, well, he inherited. It takes so long for things to get moving that he just simply inherited all the things that would just happen to be clicking for Biden. Did you see Biden put another pardon out?
No. For who?
Federal possession of marijuana, federal charges of possession of cannabis, I think.
For anyone?
Let me look this up.
Really?
Joe Biden.
Damn, Hunter must have been out there trapping on the flower. Let's go. What do we got? I'm intrigued. Should I timestamp where this is?
I'll do it. It'd be easier for me to find it because we're not talking. Okay. So, I guess this is from late December, but it says President Joe Biden pardoned thousands who were convicted of simple possession of marijuana on federal lands in the District of Columbia. And the White House said Friday, his latest round of executive clemencies.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, clemency. That means like drop, like a pardon.
Yeah.
Drop charges.
Like an orange pardon. A
Yes.
small, cute orange pardon.
Clemency.
Yeah, a clemency.
Like a clementine.
That makes perfect sense. clemencies, meant to rectify racial disparities in the justice system. The similar rounds issued just before. Blah, 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 blah. I want to see criminal records of marijuana use and possessions have imposed nearless barriers to employment, housing, and educational opportunities. Biden said too many lives have been. This isn't a good article. Maybe we will just cut this whole thing out. I can't find it, but that was it, and I can't find any more information on it. And I wonder what that even means, like federal on federal lands. Is it federal lands or is it federal charges? I don't know. I heard it was federal charges. I can't find the actual article that's originally seen it from.
I know he's done the most pardons to date
Out of any other
Of
president?
any president, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I saw it on a meme.
Oh,
It's got to be true,
that's probably true.
you know.
You know, well, when Trump gave us Kodak, what I would love to
Right,
know.
Trump. Can we reflect on that? Trump gave us Kodak.
I don't get it. Dude, Kodak is a fucking drug addict. That was, in hindsight, they should have kept Kodak for Kodak's own sake.
Yes.
Dude, seeing like homeless drug addicts is one thing, but when you see rich ones, like when you see them, it looks like they took a homeless one and they dressed him up real nice. Like they got him a haircut and shit.
Yep.
But he's still a tweaker, but they got him a fucking fresh cut. They bought him a hotel room for the night. You know, gave him some clothes that they
Stand up in that Roosevelt in
yeah,
New York City. You know what I'm saying?
and they took him out for the night. Like that's what Kodak looks like.
Yeah, but he's does he still drop music? Do we
Yeah,
know?
and like yeah,
Huh. Yeah, because he got into the streaming world, and I'm telling you, man, it's so terrible to see, but any kind of publicity is good now. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad.
Well,
If there's 100,000 people saying you're terrible, it is just as valuable as 100,000 people saying you're great.
I think that, you know, rappers in general, like are people, celebrities, clout chasers of all kind, are going on to these live streams now because they're realizing, like, dude, these people have massive audiences.
Yeah, the eyes that are on them. And honestly, it's the youth
Yeah.
is on there, and the youth has the most time to spend stuff. They got mom and dad's credit card hooked up to their Roblox and shit. You know, like these kids have access to parental money. You know, a lot of times just loaded into whatever device they're using. You know, Am I wrong?
No?
You know, and then they can just fund these people. That is who it is. Kanye always said, he's like, listen to the kids.
Yeah, and they see that and they go onto these platforms, but dude, live content is not like anything else. Like these guys are used to people cutting out the snippets of, you know, every sniffle they did or every time they went to the bathroom to do a bump, you know,
You're
they
right.
cut that out.
Every
But
time your
now-
jaw is like rocking.
Yeah, producers
know?
they fix that in post.
Yep.
But when you're live, there is no fixing that. Like,
Yeah.
that's it. You're in it to win it. So that's what I'm saying. It's when they do that, like, you really exposes you. Like, how many people have been exposed on people's live stream? They got when 21 Savage was like cheating in that card game with that streamer. He like cheated him for like $7,000 or something like that.
Aiden
And, like,
Ross or something like that.
was it
wasn't
against Aiden? I think it
was
was
Aiden
against
Ross. I
Aiden.
think it was Aiden Ross.
Yeah, I don't know what they were playing. If they were playing CeeLo or they were playing this or
Playing
that.
Baccarat or
And
something.
he cheated him and it was a good amount of money. It wasn't a couple bucks. You know what I'm saying? You got the Kodak on Kai's stream, and Kodak is obviously super sloshed. And then, you know, once when we know he's already sloshed, then he pops another perky on fucking cam, throws it up, and fucking
Did he really?
bro, he was already like acting fun because I mean he show up there on one note and then you're 2-3 hours in and you're starting to get geeked
Because he probably popped it on the way.
then he needs another one, I guess, midstream, and they're dancing. They got like a song going on or something like that, and Kai's like in the forefront, but like to the side of him, and because like they're both still in frame, and then Kodak's like dancing, and he reaches into his pocket and goes like this to the camera, shows it, throws it up. It falls in his mouth, and he falls back on the floor like laying down.
Get out of here. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. He's a perk goblin, you know?
That's what they call him?
The perk gremlin goblin. I don't know
The
what they call.
perk gremlin, the perk goblin. Oh my God.
Yeah, the perk god. He is. I don't know.
Gotta be careful with those perks, man.
What is Percocet? What's like what if you had to compare Percocet to a street drug, which one is it in the family in? Is it in the heroin family?
Yeah. It would be along those lines, but I'm pretty sure it has Tylenol in it. I think that's what it is. I think it's like a pain reliever and Tylenol in it, which is why it's like extra dangerous for your liver.
Well, but is there one that's just the pain reliever?
See, it's got oxycodone in it.
Oh, okay. So it's in that family.
And acetaminophen. Yeah, so Tylenol. So it's oxy and Tylenol mixed.
That's what a Percocet is.
Yeah, that's what it is. So so it works in like two ways, pain relief and stuff, but that's why it makes it damaging for your liver. That's why when people take Percocets and they drink, you can end up with like an acute liver injury because they're both processed by your liver. You know, like, it's just, you don't want to do that. So when you get these dudes partying and shit, that's when you end up, running into trouble. Lean also is toxic for your liver. So when you got these people doing this kind of shit, they're sipping some lean while they took a Percocet and they're drinking alcohol, they go into liver failure. Like they're overwhelming their liver. Like all of those toxins are cleared by the same organ.
Yeah, they got that shit working on over. So you sipping lean and
yeah, bro, you
got a
can't do
perky
that.
system.
And come on, bro, you listening to the wrong Future album, your liver's gonna fall out your ass if you do as you're told on them records. You know what I'm saying?
I heard them saying on No Jumper the other day, they were arguing about whether, Future even really be doing drugs like that.
No, I think Russ was talking about that.
That Future don't really be doing drugs like that. Like he ain't like he might pull up, but he don't really be like getting down like that. And they said it's crazy because you look at like all the people like Juice WRLD that like told like you see him talking to Future talking about like he did all these drugs like listening to his music because of him like that's like he's like influential like on him like doing like making music the way he makes it because he's like because he was rapping about it.
Yeah, and he ends up, that's, I think it was Russ. I think that's the interview that you're talking about. Russ was talking about it, and he said, when he met Future, and Future said he don't even do that kind of stuff. He's like, oh, I don't even do none of that. I just rap about it. So, he felt that was very disingenuous because he said he's kind of misleading the youth. Like, listen, I made it here. Look what I'm doing. I do these things from time to time, but you'll still be all right. No, it's not true.
But people buy it.
I mean,
and there's also people who listen to it and don't do any other drugs.
Yeah, I mean, we all listen to crazy rap. I mean, come on, you kidding me? You think I'm all this stuff? Like, there's a lot of violence in rap music too.
Yeah,
so people aren't out here committing violence just because they said to do it on a song.
Yeah,
or that they do it.
Stabbing.
Yeah, exactly. No. So you also got to be accountable for your own behavior.
Facts
as well.
Facts. How long have we been going?
I think we've been going about an hour, maybe a little less. Yeah, about an hour.
About an hour?
Yeah.
You got anything else you want to, you got anything else you want to bust out? I'm going to look at the time.
Go ahead, go look at it.
I'm going to look at it. 102.
No, look at that.
102.
102. 102.
Is there anything else you want to talk about? You want to wrap it up there?
I can wrap it up there. I think we touched on a lot. I still want to send prayers to the families in the fire, man.
To the families from California.
Yeah.
I don't know
That's
why
insane.
I said that in that accent.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's what we got. Mass and None Podcast episode.
It's the episode.
Yes.
Sure, 229 maybe.
Yeah, possibly 220. We'll see.
We'll see.
But thank you guys. Make sure you guys hit the like on the way out, subscribe to the channel, and check us out on on your favorite audio platforms.
That's it. Oh, and I said that's it, as if I didn't have a fucking line. All right, here's my line. Join the Discord. Join the Discord. Got a lot of good stuff going on over there. And if we're not on any of the platforms that you utilize, join the Discord and harass us until we place the podcast on your obscure podcast listening platform. With that being said, that's it. I hope you guys have a great day.
Oye,
Hear that?
te hablo desde la prisión. Wilson Manyoma. Borbona.